Okay. Are you ready with your presentation for tutorial?
Yes.
Okay, who is doing the question number 1? I should allow you to share your screen. Wait. So who's doing question number 1? Boy or girl?
Girl.
Girl first. Okay. So I allow Sanjita. Wait. Make a host.
不用 make host 啊。
我要去 allow 你。
allow 不了在下面那边。
我在找这里。
然后你要 stop share。我要去哪里哦？怎么找不到的？
现在就在下面那个 share screen 旁边那边有一个箭头，这样如果没有错的话。
我是 give mouse keyboard control 还是不是是吗？
是。
Where？share。At once. Content from他没有给我选择你的。
你的那个 share screen 那边没有一个，老师那边没有一个 upward arrow 吗？
有啊，然后我进去，他就给我 select 我的
select multiple participants can share stimulus。
multiple，怎么我没有的？
它那边好像有一个东西讲 multiple participants can share stimulously。
Why I don't have a
真奇怪啊。
content from second camera？never mind 啦，我可以 make 你 as a co-host 嘛，你就可以。
OK。
Okay. You see if you can share your screen.
你要 stop share。
可以看到吗？
Yes，可以。
可以 present 了啊。
Yeah, you can start. So,
要题目。
give your answer 咯。Then in 咯。
For question number 1, the first A is invested 15,000 in cash. So we add 15,000 in cash and another 15,000 in capital.
Okay. You just move on.
So for B, purchase security for cash 7,500. So security we add 7,500 and cash we minus 7,500.
For C, purchase a home for 15,000, giving 5,000 in cash and the balance through the loan. So 15,000 for property, since they purchase a home, we add 15,000, then we deduct 5,000 in cash because they pay 5,000 in advance and the balance 10,000 in the loan.
For D, so securities costing 1,000 for 1,005. So the security cost is only 1,000, so only deduct 1,000. But they sold for 1,005, so they received the cash 1,500 and the capital increased 500.
For E, purchase an old car for 2,800 by cash. So we minus 2,800 in cash, then we add 2,800 in vehicles since they purchased a car.
F, receive cash as salary 3,600. So the cash increased 3,600 and the capital also increased 3,600.
G, paid cash 500 for loan and 300 for interest. So for in total, have to deduct 800 in cash, and in loan deduct 500, and in capital 300.
H, pay cash for expenses 300. So the cash we deduct 300 and capital also deduct 300.
The last one is receive cash for dividend on security 200. So receive cash, we add 200, and then in capital also 200.
So the total in asset is 28,200 and is equal to liabilities plus owner equity 28,200.
Okay. Any question from Yuan Hao and Jumbo? Any difference with your answer?
No, I don't have divide by like this, but I just doing like after this I will share my style, but almost all the same.
Almost same, so there are difference.
Not because they have
Which question?
more clearly.
Sanjita, can you go back to the question, slide number 2? Which one?
No, all the same.
All same lah. So you understand the concept why they put it like that.
Yes.
Everyone okay? Jumbo? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I stop sharing.
Then now is
Yeah, multiple participants.
so now who going to present is Yuan Hao and Jumbo. So I give Yuan Hao, you
Me.
share screen?
Yes, I try to use my phone now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, okay, start now.
Wow.
Like this. 不用全部用那个 Excel 了
Excel, okay.
，Excel 做。那个时候该讲的那个咯。Just now I say my difference is only I set the asset, liability and capital only the plus and minus and all
Different
the.
way of presentation.
Okay, but jump. That's not my question. My question is from the number 2, question 2. Then Jambu present the first part in the financial appeal part. After that, I will.
Yes. Please.
For
You can show the question. And everyone
No.
look at your question. Look at your question
Yeah.
because I don't still show up the question here.
Yes, the question is.
What you need to do for the question?
The question he say in the financial statement will appear what and what.
Okay. So means you have to decide whether these elements appear in which financial statement, either in income statement or balance sheet. Okay.
yes.
No. Yes.
Let's move on.
And
Okay,
then
the
I move.
first one will be asset.
Okay.
Asset will be in balance sheet, statement of financial position. So the normal balance for assets start from debit. So the example will be non-current asset for property, machineries, buildings. That one for under category non-current asset. So current asset will be cash, bank, inventory, trade receivable, and so on.
Yes, then after that, the common share. Common share will be appear on the normal balance of the common share is the credit side, and the common share will be appear on the what's it called balance sheet. Then the example I choose is the ordinary share because example. After
What's
that,
the example?
because example, after that the dividends.
Wait.
Dividend
Wait.
Yeah.
Don't go on so fast. Can I go back to the asset side? I wish that more explanation can be given. Jumbo, can you explain more what is asset? Why you put property machinery under non-current, not current?
Non-current asset means it's not involved in 1 year transaction. Means the value won't change in 1 year, within 1 year. It's
Mhm.
more than 1 year. So property, machinery, building we under category non-current.
Okay.
So cash bank inventory will be changed within a year. So current assets, the amounts and the valuation will change within a year. So these all items will categorize under current assets.
Okay. How to decide whether that is an asset, not an expenses?
Usually assets we are used for our production purposes. We generate
Mhm.
to produce goods and services.
Yes.
So that's all will in asset category.
Okay. Another important is normally in the non-current assets, we will have depreciation. We depreciate the non-current asset based on the usage, wear and tear. Okay. Do you still remember what type of means? How do you do depreciations? How many ways you can choose?
2 method.
Okay. First one.
Reducing method,
Okay.
costing.
Another one.
Straight line method.
What is the difference? Do you remember?
Straight line method is we straight away use our given percentage to calculate our depreciation.
Mm-hmm.
Now another one is reducing.
Mm-hmm.
Reducing we using what accumulate depreciation amount.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And how
I
you
give
want
a little
to?
bit information. The straight line is to have the constant amount, like the constant percentage, and the reducing. Normally, this will be have the more depreciation in the first year. Then after that, there's the figure will be less down and less down.
Okay, correct. Okay, so you got the main point here. Okay, the constant one, the straight lines means, of course, it's straightforward. You have a fixed constant percentage that you will depreciate your asset because you expect or you assume that the asset usage is the same. Okay, is the same. And then the second, reducing, you expect or assume that, of course, a new machine will be used more in the beginning, and then along their useful life, the wear and tear, and also maybe some oil, so the machine will drop in their usage. So we use reducing balance. Okay, so can you change in the middle when beginning I use a straight line, then after that 2 years I feel like I want to change can I change to reducing?
No,
Why?
when using this, that's what's the assumption. Normally, this will be have the assumption for the what's the depreciation method will not be only be easily to change. If they have need to change, there will be the revalue, right? I think they will. I'm not sure. Is it this will be revalue or other this and will make the note in the financial statement that can be changed.
Yes,
If
yes.
no, that cannot be easily to change. I like this year and this year and that year.
So what you're now trying to say is you need to make the criteria of consistency. So when you use straight line, you continue to use straight line, because if you change in the middle, it will give you a different valuations of the asset. Then it will affect the financial statement. It will also affect the decision making. So if you really want to change, you must have validation, justification why you want to change in the middle. And then yes, like what Yuan Hao said, you need to provide explanation in the note why you want to change and which method you want to change to. Okay, how you reevaluate your asset. Okay, so this is depreciation. Okay, so I satisfied with your answer. Could we move on to the common share? Okay, Yuan Hao, try to explain more what is ordinary share.
The ordinary share is the share with what's it called? The share a company have sold out their share to the public, then all the person who can buy, who also can be buy the share from the company or on the bursa also can the bursa, is it I think it's the bursa Malaysia lah. The share company, then they will have the holding, and who the holding the ordinary share will be getting the dividend from the when holding the amount of the
Okay, so
share.
you mentioned you choose ordinary share. Is there any other kinds of share?
Yes, that's the other kind is the private share. That's the company, the company is I want to call company. Company have only just sold their share to their can we say internal person who like the family in the family member. Normally is the family member of the company structure inside. That's we are holding the private share. Yes, we will not easily to sold out to the outsider. Then normally public cannot be holding that, and the private share will holding a fixed amount of percentage of the dividend will be getting by the every year.
Okay, and Jumbo,
Then ordinary share is
continue.
ordinary share is after they will get the dividend after the private share get the dividend first. Then start normally a year start.
Okay, anything from Jumbo want to add? No. Okay. Any different view from girls group? Okay, I believe Yuan Hao trying to say the difference between ordinary share and preference share, not private share.
But
preference share.
there's share, but is it have somebody call his private share, right?
Private share, because you say you offer to the particular specific investor. Maybe you can also mention it as private share, but normally we will use it as preference share. Preference, ordinary versus preference share. Okay. Ordinary share you can also offer to investor internally, not compulsory to be public, because public share is public share where your company is public listed. But even though you are a private company, you can also raise fund by issue ordinary share to private investor. Okay. The difference between ordinary and preference share is the privilege or the role of the shareholder. Okay. The main difference will be ordinary shareholder, they have the power to vote for the board of director. Okay. Voting power. Ordinary share, they have voting power. While for preference share, they don't have voting power. 他们不可以选他们的 director. In an annual general meeting, both shareholder can be invited to attend, but only the ordinary shareholder have the power to vote. 他们可以选 vote 投票. And another difference is preference shareholder, they enjoy the privilege before ordinary shareholder. Means normally when a company declare a fixed dividend percentage to preference shareholder, while for the ordinary shareholder, it depends on the profit. Okay, company whether the company wanted to declare dividend for ordinary share is depend, not compulsory. But normally for preference shareholder, they have the privilege over ordinary. Okay.
Yes.
So in case of bankruptcy also, the company have to give back to the preference shareholder before ordinary shareholder. So they have a level higher, but they don't have the power of voting. So this is the difference lah. Okay. Normally company will only have ordinary share unless you want the issue preference share. Okay, so these are the different. Both are share is common share under equity. Okay, you can move on dividends.
Yes, dividend, then I have divide it become two part because we can the question is only set as dividend, then that's not set receive or payable. So I set as two part. When it is as a income, that will become the normal balance will be income at the credit side, and the example will be dividend receivable. And if as a expenses, when we pay a company pay to the other, this will be have treat as expenses, and the normal balance will be at the debit side.
Okay.
That's the
Okay. Any other? Something to add?
I don't know. For me, no.
So dividend receivable and payable, is it received already or paid already?
Haven't.
Okay, it's not yet. Okay, receivable means you are going to receive. From who you're going to receive this dividend?
From the when we holding the other company share, we become as a investment.
Okay, correct. So if your company or your business also invests in other business, so as a shareholder, you're holding other company share. So it might be possible that they declare dividend to you. So you put that as dividend receivable. Okay, good. While for dividend payable is if your company of issue share to shareholder and you are going to pay them dividend. So you declare you want to pay, but have so you put that as payable. Okay, next one.
Next one will be expenses. Expenses under category income statement. So normal balance will be debit. So the example normal for expenses will be utilities, commission paid, general expenses, and expenses that involve in business.
Okay. From the language of accounting, what is the meaning of expenses?
Expenses is
Why do you categorize utility and commission inside expenses?
sorry, miss, cannot hear you. Cannot hear you.
Okay, why do you categorize utility and commissions under expenses?
Utilities is like electric bills, water bills, some other utilities we under categorize expenses which will company's expenses. So another one commission share, because commission has two. One is commission paid, another one commission received. Usually commission paid we under expenses. Commission received will be under income.
Any?
I say if teacher say that's why the account treat the expenses is where how we decide is it is expenses is the expenses is for the move or not what to call easily to or what loan the sales something like support the selling operation, because utility is the something like the bill or the electric or the water that can be using inside the operator to producing for the production lah. Then for getting the to generate more income lah.
Okay, so I get your main point is you say generate income. Okay, so remember expenses, when you categorize expenses, you need to make sure and consider that this, when you spend this thing, whether it help or support your main business activity. Go back to your main business. Okay, for example, you sell clothes, you sell shoe. So when you pay utility bills, is it you paying your house utility bill or you pay the shop utility bills? So both are expenses, but the home utility bill you cannot record inside your business expenses. It doesn't belong to your business because you don't sell your shoe in your house. It doesn't help you to generate income. But for the shop utility bill, because you need the electric, you need aircon so that customer can come into your shop. So those help to generate income to promote sales. Okay, you get what the point here? Okay. Yeah? Yeah.
I get.
Okay, so not all expenses can be recorded as expenses. You need to think whether this is what helps to give you sales. Okay, support your primary business. Then okay, commission for your sales team, not commission for your dad, your friend, your girlfriend. Okay, not that commissions. Okay, move on.
Then move on to the liability. Liability have the normal balance with the credit, and it will appear in the balance sheet, and also can be divided by the two is non-current and current liability. The non-current liability will be the long-term loan, and the current liability can be the trade payable, something like that.
Explain more about liability. How do you categorize them? Non-current, current, and then why is it liability?
Non-current, the long-term loan is meant by the loan is more than 1 year. Normally is more than 1 year or 5 year. The loan is getting longer and not will be paid to in the short time. And the trade payable is the current liability is will be flown go up and down in between a year. And normally the trade payable we doing the business will having this when getting the credit term from the trade payable, then we will having this account trade payable account.
Okay, so liability is what is the definition for liability? What you need to do with liability?
One of the fund for the company.
One of the
what's it called? The can be categorized as capital, right? But the loan for credit from the other lah.
Okay.
The fund.
Okay. The fund is going out from your company or coming in for liability?
Coming in. Actually, we getting the thing from that first, and then we will pay back to them.
Okay, so important. You need to take note on this. Okay, it can be one form of capital, for example, loan, yes. But the most important thing of liability is it become your responsibility, your obligation to settle in the future. Okay, this is the important part. Okay, it can be one form of capital, but the most important thing is it become your liability, your obligation to pay. There will be some kind of settlement, either in cash or maybe in goods, whatever. But you need to settle. If not, then you become like default. Okay.
Yes.
Move on.
And the last is the revenue. Revenue have the credit normal balance, and it will appear on the income statement. And that's the call. Example I'm giving is the sales. Normally, the revenue will appear when we're having the sales and we're getting the income from the other. I think this.
What is the difference between revenue and income?
Revenue is the revenue, the income is.
Revenue is directly our selling. What we are selling, that is our revenue. Income can be other income also, like our how to say, dividend is another income. This will be under category another income.
Okay, so what Jumbo trying to say is that, wow, what is this 公司發財? Why suddenly there's something pop up say 公司發財?
I will go to stop. I don't know why something like that the message will be pop off something like it. So never mind.
Okay. What I continue. What Jumbo trying to say is that revenue is you get from your main business when you sell the product. Okay, your primary business, where how do you get profit? Okay, the primary business which you get the money is called revenue, selling. Okay, while income can be others sources, where maybe the supporting, you rent your building, then you get rental, or like you invest in other company investment, you buy security, so you have dividend, so it can be your income. So inside income statement, you have to report all forms of income, including revenues and others. Okay, so this is what you see in financial statement. Okay, done?
Okay, done.
Okay, so how do you want to submit you want to send me by email?
Yes, I think.
Okay, then I share my email here. Send your homework to this email. Title you must write this BBBIS 2323 tutorial 1 answer. Okay, and so that I know lah from who. And then
I pass out the Excel form, okay? Or must convert to
Excel, then you just pass up the Excel. But please include some explanation lah. Don't so
okay.
Okay. Don't do lah. Macam itu sekolah secondary lah. Okay. More professional a bit lah. At least the first group from some table organized.
Please. I double confirm the common share is under balance sheet, right?
What?
Common share.
Yes.
Just now the question 2. Under balance sheet, right?
Yes. What they say? They say in income statement,
No.
under
double confirm.
Under equity one. Okay. Then you can download the tutorial too and look at the question first. I want you to focus on question 1. So for next week, you know the question 2 first. Both of the group just do the question number 1 because it will take some time for you. Okay. So open it.
Tutorial 2.9.
Or I send through the chat. Never mind, I send again in the WhatsApp.
Yes. Handphone cannot download in the chat.
Yeah, why you don't want to use your laptop?
Because my home don't have Wi-Fi, ma.
Why you so kesian?
Then you pay the Wi-Fi man. No, ma. My home don't have Wi-Fi, ma.
Didn't pay.
Yes, Lord.
Where is my
Never mind, ma. I use my phone, ma.
tutorial 2? Share screen. Yeah, zoom. Okay, everyone can see? You can open your own PDF file. So we will focus on question 1 first. Takes few minutes to read the question. Okay, everyone ready? Okay, this question is about substamp overform and the scandal behind this Emerald Corporation. Okay, later I will send you the suggested reference number 1. For number 2, it's just a YouTube video. You can go back and watch yourself. Okay, if you prefer to watch video, you can go and watch video. Okay, it provides a more easier way to understand the case lah. So substance overform is an idea that has its proponents, but it's not included because it would be redundant. Okay, this line, this statement is actually taken from this FASB, Financial Accounting Standard Board from US lah. Okay, 1980s. So the quality of reliability and in particular of representational faithfulness leave no room for accounting representation that subordinate substance to form. Understand this, complicated words. You understand what this statement is trying to explain? The above statement is provided in the FASB to address the concept of sustained overform. Many researchers have criticized that this board provide a vague definition of this fundamental principle, and it has become one of the factors behind the bankruptcy of Emerald Corporations. Okay, so yesterday we have discussed about all those characteristics that must be present in financial statement. One of them is substance over form. So it means you must present the actual, the real financial effect of these transactions compared to its legal form or the surface. You need to know the actual effect. So this statement saying that, okay, maybe somebody support this substance over form, but this standard board doesn't include this as one of the main main characteristic, okay, but it is not included. Okay, they feel that it is not the most important thing because they think this is redundant. Already been talking about in others characteristic, for example, representational faithfulness, honesty. Okay, if you remember this term, okay, is one of the characteristic that you must present in financial statement. So they think that substance over form is the repetition of this. So don't need to explain again what is substance over form. They presume that everyone understand. Okay? Substance over form is in any case a rather vague idea that define precise definition. You don't need a precise definition. So this is from US Accounting Standard Board. Okay, but after the case, many researchers, okay, many accountants, many countries oppose, okay, criticize this board that saying why you didn't focus or emphasize, and it makes others, all those accountants trying to escape or run away or trying to abuse the accountants, the accounting standard, okay, to abuse, to make use in other reason or others purpose, okay, for example the case. So critically evaluate the above statement. So I believe you are not like first year students, so you might have came across this kind of questions where you need to go and do some research or backgrounds reading before you tackle this question. Okay, so first thing you need to do, go online and search about this Enron company. What are the background of this company? So yesterday I have already told a little bit that this company is originally an energy company. Okay, they sell and they buy gas, okay, natural gas. It's like a trader lah, a middleman. So they buy from the supplier of natural gas, the digging one. Okay, then they sell. They try to find buyer for this gas. So they are the middleman. Okay, originally, okay. After the governments make some changes to the rules of trading natural gas, they lost their like something the monopoly. First, they are like monopoly. They control the bucket of this natural gas. But after government lift up some regulations, they become more competitor entering this market of natural gas. So this Enron company lose his market share or lose his status as the main player. So the CEO, the management, some of the key person name you will read about in the explanation, in the research. You will came across the name like Jeffrey Skilling, okay, those person, the main management board. Okay, they want to come up with others business where they can make money. Okay, so this CEO is very smart guy. He come up with just trading, not actually buying. They want to become like a middleman to take the natural gas from supplier and selling. Initially, they actually go and find the natural gas and try to find customer. Now, because of market, too many players, too many others competitor, they want to provide a platform like Shopee. Last time you are a seller, you just sell to your customer. Now you see a lot of seller already. Okay, the market is like very packed. So you come up with one platform called Shopee. You gather all the seller and buyer. So this is what Enron trying to do, okay, in his time. So he tried to gather all seller and buyer of natural gas. He become the platform. So everyone have to sell and buy through him. Okay? It become a trading. So it doesn't, he don't need to store the natural gas. He doesn't need any storeroom. Okay, he just need a platform, a trading. Okay, so seller and buyer and only involve cash movement, okay? Cash in and cash out. Okay, so the changes of this make the CEO, the management, even more greedy because they see a lot of money coming in, the market growing, okay? And also thanks to those time where US has very good economy before, because 2001, so means this company is already long. You can read the history. The company set up in 1985, so it's very back in history. So they enjoy the growing or US economy so they expect that the US economy is going to grow even better. So after they have this kind of revolutions or the changes of business form, they try to make their financial statement look even better because they want to attract more investor joining their boat. So how to make financial statement look better? So they need to do some manipulations or make use of the accounting standard, or we call it abuse it. Okay, try to find some back way to from the outside you feel that they follow the rules, but actually they abuse it, use it in other ways. So one of the wrongdoing of this company is they don't report the actual business or the actual cash flowing in the company. They make use of this substance over form. Okay, one of these is you will come across this called special purpose entity. Okay, do some research about this term, special purpose entity, SPE. Okay. Okay. Actually, I do some, I don't know whether you can see or not. Never mind, I explain first. So this special purpose entity is some kind of financing structure. Okay, if you heard of when a company want to buy a building, when a business want to buy a building, and they don't want to increase their liability ratio, their leverage ratio. Heard of leverage ratio? Okay, how do bank decide whether want to loan to you? How do bank decide whether they want to loan a business loan to a company? Anyone? They will look at what they look at. Credibility, your loan ratio, whether you have a big amount of loan inside your company. How do you compare? Is comparing your loan to your asset, whether your loan is even higher than your asset or your loan is more than your cash. So the bank will decide whether to loan to you based on this credibility, the leverage ratio we will call. Investor will also look at this to decide whether they want to invest in your company, because when your company is having very little cash and a very high amount of loan, it will become like a risk that your company you face cash flow problem where you don't have enough cash to pay off your loan. So when you cannot pay off your loans, you might need to declare bankruptcy. So company don't like high amount of loan. So it will make a very bad image to the investor. So this company, as similar to others, they doesn't want to create a bad image to the investor. So they don't want to create a lot of loan inside the company. So by law, the accounting world allow you to have this special purpose entity. A company can set up a special purpose entity to borrow from the bank amount of fund and then purchase the building and lease back to the company. It's a bit complicated. It's like you created a game, okay? You don't want to loan from your company name because it will appear in your financial statement, the loan from the bank. It will increase your leverage ratio and investors don't like it. So the governments allow you to have this kind of entity called SPE, so that this SPE is a separate entity. It come out from your company. Okay, a special one. This is you, your company. Then you create one SPE. So it's totally separate from your company. So you don't report their financial condition inside your company statement. So it's totally separate. And this isolated entity, it will go and borrow from the bank. Of course, there will be backing. Your company will back this SPV as maybe give some share, okay, and invest, become one of the shareholder, but not the main B. So this entity go and borrow from the bank. Okay, so the bank, when the bank loan to this special entity, this entity will purchase the building using the fund and then lease the building to the main company. Lease means rent to this company. Okay, so what is the role of the entity? They are not doing any business. Their main role is just to loan from the bank and lease back to you. Okay, so there are this kind of special purpose entity. Even now, they're still using this. Okay, for all those big company to diversify their leverage ratio. One of these . So, and of course, this company make use of this method to diversify all the loan, okay, all the investment. Not only buying buildings, they can be invest in other projects, because after that, not just natural gas, they diversify their business to broadband, video rentals business. Last time, we don't have online YouTube. We only have the VCD. So they diversify the business to other area. So they invest a lot of fund into the project. Okay, like for example, broadband. They want to set up the tower of broadband. So they invest a big amount of fund. So, but they don't want to show to the investor that they loan the money from the bank. So they create this kind of special purpose entity and use the name to borrow, so that they can separate the loan from the accounting statement. Okay, so it's a bit complicated, but I feel this is very interesting how you see they make use of this accounting things for their own advantage. Okay, so after they know this kind of method, they just don't use for one SPV, because they have a lot of business. They create a lot of SPE, a few thousand of SPE, until they don't know how many they have. Okay, the investor already lost count whether this company is doing what kind of business because of too many. Okay, so, and of course, all this SPE is not reported inside the accounting statement, because based on the law, as long as the SPE has a 3% investment from others investor, it's not a control by this main company, so he doesn't need to report the performance of the SPV. Okay, so I give you time and go back and read, because just by listening what I'm talking, you will feel lost, because it's a complicated process. Okay, remember SPE, go and do some research, one of the point. Okay, and then of course you can read some of the explanation of substance over form. Okay, because substance is that this company is borrowing fund from the bank. Okay, but the form, because of the form, the legal allowed this company to create this kind of, I would say, empty shell to do the business, to loan and then lease back, and complicated the process. It make them more room for manipulation of account. Okay, so substance is actually the bank having a lot of loan and then create a high level of credit ratio. But the form is that, okay, because I don't loan directly from my name, I loan from this SPE, so I don't need to report. So it's a conflict between substance and form. Okay, so you can do some research on substance over form. You can do some research on the SPE that this company is using and how it contributes to the bankruptcy of this company. And the third point, I would suggest you go and look at mark-to-market accounting method. Mark-to-market, MARK to market. means you follow the market value, okay, to record the investment assets price. How this company, while having too many business, how they record this investment return. Okay, they expect their share to be increasing, and increasing. So they expect this market value to be positive all the time. So what is the justification behind it? Is they provide any in the financial statement or just by their subjective view? Okay, you can do a bit of research on this point. Mark to market and SPE and substance over form. Okay, how do you want to structure your presentation and answer? First, you can explain a bit about the background of the company. So I'm providing ways to answer this kind of question. So I would expect the more matured way of answering from your tutorial. So from the first point, you can briefly explain what is the background of this Enron company. What are they doing? Okay, who are the key person behind this? Okay, so after that, you can explain a bit about this substance over form. Okay. What it is mentioned inside International Accounting Standard Board. Okay. Why it is different from US and the International Board. Okay. And what other countries focus on this? Okay. Because I only provide you the statement from US side. There might be different standpoint from other country. So you look about in the online. You can assess. Okay, if you need help for maybe journal or some study, you can ask me. I can provide you a link or a website that you can access more of the journal. Okay, I can provide that. Okay, after you do that, then you go on to explain the what contribute to this bankruptcy, okay? From how they make use of special purpose equity, okay? How they use that, and then how they manipulate and abuse this to give advantage to the company and make a better looking financial report to investor, okay? And of course, you can put in how they fool the investor. Okay, quite interesting part, how they fool the investor and believe that their share price is going to go up. Because from the highest $90 per share, you imagine 20 years back, the company can achieve $90 per share. Okay, and then after reviewing all this offense, the company share actually dropped until less than $1. Okay, so you can go and search a bit about that. What happened? Why the share price drops from $90 to less than $1? Okay, so after that, you can go on to mark to market. Explain what is mark to market and why Enron choose to use this not historical cost. Okay, why they don't use historical cost to record their value of asset? Because they are holding a lot of paper investment, not physical asset. Okay, you can check. Okay, they do a lot of paper investment, means buying and selling, not physical asset is involved. So why they choose mark to market, not historical cost? Is this better? Okay. So you get what my point of view? Are you okay with answering this kind of question? Any question you want to ask? Because I'm blah, 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 blah a lot.
Let's try.
Hmm?
Try.
Try lo, don't try lah. You must make your best out of this.
Yes, ma. Also have to try, ma. Try my best, ma.
Okay, I send you the reference first, reflecting from form over substance. Okay, I go to your WhatsApp group. I send you the reference. You can always look for more in the website. Okay, WhatsApp. I give you two reference. So you divide your job among your group member, because I will see it will be a quite lengthy answer. So you can divide the job among yourself, who are going to responsible to look for the mark to market, and the other can look for the background or the SPV. And then after that, you can discuss among yourself how to structure your presentation. So I give you two reference. This is journal where they do research on this case. It will help you to answer the question. And if you feel like it is not enough for your understanding, you always can look for more. If you cannot assess, okay, I might need to wait. I share you a link. Wait. This is a very useful. If you need to do some research in the future. And you want to look for journal or some academic paper, okay? Academic paper, not just all those websites that can be written by any person. This is all academic paper, which is proofread. Okay. This website provide you access to all those academic paper. So for example, when you look Google Scholar, you look to Google Scholar and you find some paper that you want to access, you want to read, but you can't because they limit. Okay? And you can use the website to access. Don't tell anybody. Okay. And the last one is this YouTube. If I share my screen first. Desktop. Okay. So this YouTube video, if you go online,
need to manage your get Monday.com's flexible.
okay, wait. So this is just one of the video that give you a view of what happening to this fraud. And if you find, you will get others also example. So you can try to look. Watch yourself first and run the biggest fraud. So it happened in 2001, but you see the videos, it's only like really revealed to the public the real story behind it in 2019. Okay. So you can look along, one of the key person, a smart guy lah, but make use of his smart to wrongdoing. Okay. Any question now? Sanjita, okay?
Okay.
Busy? Okay. If you come across difficulty, raise your question in the WhatsApp. So I give you 1 week to do one question only. So I expect you to put some effort into it. Okay. Try to understand the story and the lesson behind this. Okay. Do you guys need the slide?
Yes.
Yes, then I send it to the WhatsApp. If there is no question, then I will see you next Tuesday. Next
Okay.
Tuesday. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Then I see you next week. Bye bye. Enjoy your week.
Okay.